All right, Dolphin fans, relax. Everybody relax. Everybody calm down, huh? So what? So what if Dalvin Cook didn't want to play for us? Well, all right, so maybe he wanted to play for us. Maybe we've got some other needs that we need to tend to. But whatever the case is, soon as Ezekiel Elliott signed with the Patriots, then Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets. And look, a couple of things with that. First of all, I said this on Twitter a couple weeks ago. Achane's going to be better. How about that? How come we always got to be the team that's got to pick up the scraps from somebody else, right? There's, people talking about next year's free agent running back class. Barkley, Cook again, most likely, possibly. Who knows how that's going to go? It was a 1 year deal worth up to $8.6 million. But how come we can't draft one of these guys that eventually turns out to be one of the best running backs in the league? It's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, remember, Ricky Williams, we got as a free agent, right? Really, realistically, the best running back we've drafted in the last 20 years, Ronnie Brown, right? I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't. He was before. He was a little bit more than 20 years ago. But how about we just draft our own guy? I like this guy, Achane. Everything I've seen from the highlights, everything I've heard from him coming out of camp looks good, sounds good, feels good. He's got that. There's just some players. There are just some players you watch and you're like, aha, that guy. That guy's got it. And I think we're going to be good. Look, the running back room is so deep. It's so deep. Maybe we don't have a knock your socks off type of guy like Dalvin Cook, but maybe Achane is going to be that. I think he's going to eventually be better. Certainly he's better for our salary cap. But you got Mostert, you got Wilson, you got Achane, got Gaskins, got Achane. I don't disagree with Greer playing cheap. And I told people a couple weeks ago that if that was the game that Cook was playing, he wasn't going to get Greer he wasn't going to blink. Greer gave his contract for what we can afford, and that's that. And after that is when, we got injury issues again in the secondary with Jalen Ramsey, and now Cam Smith is out for a little bit. Running back room, we've got so many guys, we're good to go. What we need to do, and it's funny because I am agreeing here with Dudley Durong. I enjoy watching him because he's the main Dolphins YouTube channel, like I'm the main Panthers YouTube channel. And we both do the same thing. We both talk to the coaches and the general managers like, hey, do your job. Like they're clicking on our videos and judging what they're doing based upon what we say. We both do the same thing. I got a good kick out of that. But I agree with them. Man, go get the Ndamukong Suh, right? Okay, we need defensive line depth. Okay, and apparently what's coming out about, the left guard, it's a rotation. Man, we need help. We need depth. Okay, there's no doubt about that. So my assumption is that we were waiting to see who we were going to add to the offensive line, defensive line. We were waiting to see if Cook took our deal or not, because obviously that's going to change the amount of money that we have to spend. But now that Cook is in New York, all right, now that he's there, that's all settled and done, let's go get ourselves some help. Okay, number one, we already needed defensive line depth. Okay, now you've got Cook and Elliott 4 times a year in the division. Now we really need defensive line help. All right, as soon as that contract was signed from Cook, Greer should be on the phone with Suh and be like, what do you want? How much? What we got to pay you? Come on, we need a big guy in the middle. We need depth in there. And get some of these guys re-signed, all right? Get Wilkins' extension. Get Sealer an extension. Clear some cap space and add some depth. Same thing with the offensive line. We've been waiting all spring, all summer. We are closing in on fall, although it doesn't feel like it. It's 118 degrees outside. But the point is that, okay, so look, we didn't get Cook. All right, everybody, the media, I talked about this a couple days ago, the media is going to go hog wild, pushing the Jets. Let's go. How about a Dolphins-Jets AFC Championship game? Last time we had that, it turned out pretty good for us. You know what I'm saying? Most of you weren't alive then, but that's not the point, okay? Point is, Yes, the Jets got better. You can't look. There's no backing off for that. You can't have wanted Cook and now look at the Jets and say, whatever. I mean, that's a big get for them. All right, that is going to ramp up and amplify all of the. I mean, they're already ahead of us in the power rankings. They got to play the games on the field. We'll see how that goes. It's not the end of the world, Dolphin fans. If it means we go get some O-line and D-line depth. If for whatever reason, if we hit the season with this roster, with some of the guys that are out there just going to other teams, I don't really understand it, although I do understand it on the offensive line side. Greer spent draft capital on Eichenberg, and for whatever reason, he is just he's pushing Eichenberg. For you older guys, remember how Jimmy just insisted that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was going to get 2 yards on 3rd and 2 up the middle? Remember that? It'd be 3rd and 2, and you're like, let Marino run a sweep. Do anything other. Nope. There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right up the middle for 1.5 yards, and then we don't get 4th down. All right? Johnson just was going to force Abdul-Jabbar to be the next Emmitt Smith, and of course he never was. Greer is kind of doing the same thing with Eichenberg here. I'm not a fan of it. Hopefully we get some depth. We need it on both sides of the ball. Is what it is. Don't panic, Dolphin fans. It's way too early. The panic shouldn't come until like the beginning, mid-December, when we realize we're going to lose another 4 in a row in December like we do every year. Stay safe, guys. Don't worry about it. We're going to be fine.